Hello, it's me. I figured I'd come on before the show and give you guys a little bit of context. This is essentially a podcast that me and a couple of my close friends are starting to do. It's if you've ever seen Distractable, it's just like that, except just a couple of small creator friends just having a good time. Uh, Essentially, the premise is these three idiots tell me stories. I assign points based on how I feel the stories would be ranked. We only figured out that we were really doing a podcast midway through the episode, but do what you do. Whoever wins gets a free game on me. Now we might change hosts every now and then, but probably not. It's probably just going to be me hosting since I'm the one risking putting these atrocities on my channel. That being said, I hope you enjoy the nonsensical rambling.
Anyway, there's this one time. This was after school. This was in the parking lot, and I was chilling with friends. And Alec, do you remember when that one kid got like a green, piss yellow like Tesla?
A piss yellow Tesla?
Yeah. Some kid got a piss yellow Tesla as a car,
Mm-hmm.
as their car, and everyone was gawking at it. And as he was trying to drive away, these kids just kept on following him and laughing. Someone slapping the back of the car. Someone was trying to hop on the hood of the car. Others were trying to smash out the windows. There's this one girl, I'm pretty sure she was a cheerleader, who was just full on, or it was a fat kid. No, it was a fat kid. He full on runs towards the car as it's going like 15, 20 miles an hour and hops on the hood and screams, I'm 15, I'm 15, you dumb. I'm 15 and a Negro, you dumbass. and I heard him clear across the parking lot, just thump onto the hood of the car, and I saw that suspension sag. And a lot of the other kids started chanting N-word on a car. That is, and this fat kid was just laughing and laughing over and over again to the point where he almost got hit by someone coming down the street at like 45 miles an hour. And he got sent into the principal, and we never saw him again. And the kid with the yellow Tesla, well, let's just say he or she never drove that Tesla to school ever again.
Slow dance.
So there's my story. Points looking so far.
I don't know. I just started assigning them.
Oh,
I gotta say,
okay.
you guys have
Right
told.
after all the good stories.
Yeah, you guys have like told
Yeah.
the most stories. So
I
like,
have 0. I
yeah.
have nothing to contribute.
Kyle is
I-
far behind.
I mean nothing. I shall kill myself because
Not
I
a-
serve no purpose.
Not exactly the most fair topic, I guess, since you guys
Here-
have already
here-
graduated.
okay, to be honest, Kyle, me and Alec went to a school where notoriously weird things happened.
Like when I say stuff happened in that bathroom every day, I mean it happened every single day I went in there.
Most
Whether
of the
it's
time.
strawberries in dispensary, army men shit, whether there's a baked burrito shoved so far in there it floods the bathroom, doesn't matter. There's something always happening.
See, I don't ever have the ones like to the level of army man shitter, but
You would not
I
believe
do
how many
have the
times
crazy
there's been
shit.
shit in the urinals. So many times.
It's like that one
was
video.
this-
I'm sure you guys have seen the video where the guy walks in. There's a dude and his pants are down. He's on the urinal. It's just like, hey, hey.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just gotta
I-
use,
yeah.
you know.
I also keep seeing that meme somewhere. It's like POV. The tall kid takes the urinal next to you,
That was the wrong
and he's
one.
like, "Wow, I like your pee pee."
My dad, ever since he saw that video, my dad does that in every single public restroom we ever go in. Literally all of them. In a Maverick, in a Flying J, in a freaking Sinclair's, he goes in. Doesn't matter how many people are in there. I'll just go.
Goes
"I
to
like your
Hooters.
Bro,
Goes
you
to Hooters.
bet your A he has.
Since I kind of fucked up and kind of only started counting points after all the good stories, if you guys want to pivot topic, we can.
Please. We
I got
should.
some more on bathrooms, Sonny. I got some more on bathrooms.
Nah.
Your conversations have
We
awakened
should-
some more.
Side note, we should just start a podcast at this
How
point.
about
That's kind of what we're doing right now.
so how about this? How about well then you better upload this.
That's the plan.
Oh, okay, Alec, you tell a few more bathroom stories while I try to think of another story with a different
Okay,
topic.
so
I see the bunny.
I don't remember exactly when, but I remember it was around the time where there was the like Shadow the
Oh, I'm a
Hedgehog
dead
doing
mofo.
nice cock, like that meme going around pretty heavily. And do you remember when
Mr. Patch, dude?
there was just posters everywhere on that, just in the bathrooms, everywhere. Didn't matter which bathroom, but that bathroom in particular had quite a few in it. Like if I remember correctly, it was almost plastered on every single wall, covered. Just a sheer amount of like nice cock
Oh my god, I've got a story
on
because
every
of this.
wall.
I've got a story because of this. It's very similar, except it wasn't like students putting them up. It was like the faculty were putting them up, and they were originally like anti-vaping propaganda. It was like, don't vape, it kills your lungs.
We all know where this is going.
But the students thought it would be really funny to just like start printing out their own posters and hanging them up. So some of them were like, don't kill yourself, that shit vapes you, or start vaping, it's good for your lungs.
That's
And,
actually
like,
pretty funny.
every day, like a faculty member would come in, they'd put up the original poster, they'd make an announcement, like whoever's taking down the posters, please stop. And every day, without fail, there would be a new and improved photoshopped poster up instead of that one. It was so good.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, I got one. Y'all want to hear about the kid who snorted 6 pounds of Smarties?
Only 6?
I'm concerned, but
Oh
yes.
no, that was just 6 for the first time. It was like 12.
Nah,
for
he's
the
just
second
getting warmed up.
time. No, it literally was.
Idiot,
y'all
I'm just
remember
getting
when-
started.
Y'all know when these stupid like snort the pixie sticks, snort the Smarties was all the
Kill
rage.
yourself now.
All the rage.
Bro, you're
Oh,
gonna make
in,
this
like,
uneditable.
middle school, early high school, right? So this kid, diehard fan of the challenge, could not go without it. Every day he would bring at least one pack of Smarties, crush it all up, and snort it all within the span of like 5 seconds to get that what he called sugar high. And I'm like, all right, sure, whatever, kid, whatever makes you happy.
Oh, that was a terrible spot. It
Well,
freaking.
one day, this dude, apparently at some point over the weekend, he went to Winco and bought like 25 pounds of Smarties. Don't ask me where he got the money. Well, he bought Smarties. He bought about 6 pounds worth one day. And they were already, and he preemptively crushed them all up into powder. So it was just powder in a Winco plastic bag. And you know that meme of like Elmo face planting into some Coke?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He sits down at lunch, like a few spots down from me, lays it all out and just plants his face in that pile of Smartie dust. And I just hear him go. He sits back up. He's pale. He's got Smartie dust all over his face, and he's like, oh. And he shoves his face back in there again and does another. And after like 5 more minutes of him doing that back and forth over and over again, he finishes that entire pile.
That's
All of it is
honestly
gone.
impressive commitment.
It is. He
I want
looks
to be him
up,
when I grow up.
and all the color comes back to his face. But literally 2 minutes later, he's like, "Dude, I'm feeling fine." As he says "fine," I see the thickest, goopiest, most viscous-looking blood drip out of his nose.
Oh,
And it had covered in Smartie dust. He takes one look at that and he's like, "Guys, I'm feeling lightheaded all of a sudden." And then it starts, like, you know those like weird.
He's evolving into a
you know-
bloodborne creature.
You know those weird volcanic eruptions where like the lava comes gushing out, like not at a fast pace, but at a slow enough pace where you can just see it. Like, I don't know how to, just like those lava eruptions on like on the native islands where you just see the lava slowly just kind of spilling
it's
out.
pretty slow.
That's what was happening with this dude after that initial like drop of like very viscousy, snotty looking, smarty covered dust blood. It starts coming slowly at first, really slowly, and so he's able to alleviate it with napkins and go about his day. But after a while, it gets worse. It gets so much worse. It goes from slow to fast, to faster, to faster, to faster, to the point where, as he was nearing the end of recess, the dude was literally a river of blood coming. Had a literal river of blood and snot coming out of his nose.
Elden Ring reference.
And
It's probably because he was
Yeah,
like,
and over the course of it, his face went from its usual complexion to he went from fine to the most pale, sickly looking man ever, and he immediately falls over and almost passes out. Teachers run over, they're sitting there going, "What's going on? What happened? Are you okay?" And me, being the weird sixth grade I was, I raised my hand and like, "Okay, what is it?" And I'm like, he had a bag of Smarties with him. Where'd they go? They ask him, and he's like, "Dude, I snorted it like it was like I was, like I was Scarface for snorting coke." And he passes out after that, and he gets rushed to the ER, and I don't see him for like a few weeks.
It's almost like snorting sugar sandpaper through your nose isn't
Yeah.
a good idea.
Now, you think he would have learned that first time, not to do that.
Are you telling me
He
didn't?
does not learn not to do that. Like I said, he bought like 25 pounds of Smarties.
I have
He brought
money.
another. He brought another 12 with him. Like a few weeks later, literally, he just barely recovered from whatever those Smarties did to his nose and to his brain. And he brought like 12 pounds this time. And he's sitting there going, "All right, I can break my record, I believe." And he does the same thing. The same exact thing. Keep on. He just barely got over it the first time. His body was still trying to recover from the amount of sandpaper smarty dust that was going throughout his nose. So what does he do to kind of like make sure he does nothing stupid, nothing bad happens? Well, he does it again.
Well, yeah, come in
And-
then.
Same thing happened, except worse. Instead of like a gradual buildup of like from viscousy to just runny, it was runny right off the rip, and he made an absolute mess of the cafeteria. There was blood everywhere, and he was screaming his head off and crying, going, "Don't tell my mom." You best
Damn.
believe we told his mom.
Well, yeah.
And so he comes back with more Smarties,
Of course.
and before he can get around to snorting them, literally 5 of the kids come and tackle him to the ground and rip away the bag of Smarties and scream, "Don't." And before they can say anything, they grabbed their chocolate milk, mixed it with the Smartie powder, and had him drink it.
Oh, good.
And he was perfectly fine.
Why are you
Let's
like
just
this?
say that kid never saw him again. But when the Tide Pod challenge came about, I am pretty sure he's one of the first kids who ate those.
Yeah, he probably died.
Poor mofo died of
Look,
COVID.
Natural selection took place.
This was middle school, Kyle. This was like 2015, 2016. This was way before COVID.
But he still died of it.
We don't know.
That motherfucker died of death. What are you talking about?
Anyway, there's my story of that one kid who tried to snort like 25 pounds of Smarties and failed.
No, that's
He
pretty
got
good.
like halfway through.
I need to be right back now, but hell yeah, bro.
No, you can't leave.
Yo, you telling
Like,
a point
most
so
of my
far,
bathroom
Cade?
ones are going to be short, but boy howdy are they plentiful. So this was around the time when they're doing like the student president stuff. So you have to like you nominate yourself, you get voted for
Go get your beer,
doing
Kyle.
whatever. Don't
Oh.
remember exactly what a student president gets to do.
Literally
But
nothing.
one of the
Well, it's like organization of events. That's the whole job.
Well, I remember one of the student presidents decided to set up an entire almost office inside that bathroom. So you had like the filing cabinet off on the side, this big old desk taking up the majority of the room that's in there. Even had like a stack of mugs off to one side that were full of water, and just constantly just in there, just drinking them little by little. And it's like, and as soon as one person comes in, he slams down his gavel because he had a gavel on there, and he's like, "I proclaim that the people that have entered here may have the ability to piss, but you may not shit, only piss." For the
Don't-
shitting belongs within the cups as you see off in this corner. If you wish to have the option of shitting in this bathroom again, please vote for me.
Don't mind me as I send a text to one of my friends running for student council right now.
Yeah, he needs to set up that exact thing.
I'm just gonna be like, so we build a desk in the bathroom, right? That's a great marketing strategy. I give that 3 points.
So I play Crunker, right?
No,
Or move your balls.
it's true.
I just realized y'all are recording this still. Idiot.
Yes, sir. This is going up
We
on,
are.
on Kate's podcast, don't you know?
I'm not telling any of my stories then. I do not want this getting out. Side note, why do I have a lot more ammo than normal?
Good question.
Beer.
Like I can hold 3,000 in here, and I could have sworn the max is only like 220.
So, one of my teachers, my government teacher, is leaving this year, right? He's going off to become a lawyer, like cool shit
The
like
frick?
that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
no-
actually, that makes a lot more sense.
He's a freaking cool dude. But I
Does she
have
smoke
the
crack?
I have the problem of this year. I wanted to run for student council because it's the last year I can do it, right? But my GPA not high enough, not at all high enough. But he gave me the
Imagine
idea.
not having a 3.7.
Imagine fucking being a loser. Anyway, anyway, yeah, he gave me the
He got
idea.
me.
He was like, "What if? Hear me out. You get one of your friends to run for student council who has a 3.0, and then you just set up a shadow government and run the whole thing for them." So I have like 4 of my friends running for student council right now, and no matter which one of them wins, I'm gonna be the one who's actually in charge.
So just like our real life government?
I was
Yes,
gonna say you got all the cards
You
played.
lobbied
right.
your friends, dude.
I really did.
Dude literally made like the alpha player move right
The
there.
thing is, there's like one other person running, and the chance that they get elected is 1 in 5. So the chance that I get elected, even though I'm not running, is 4 out of
Well,
5.
I mean, you're running everything in the background. Like I said, this is literally you're literally portraying the
Dude.
U.S. government right now.
Dude, if one of your friends like doesn't like follow like as you said,
lore.
Isn't their job literally just to look pretty in front of the camera and
I
be
mean,
the face?
Yeah,
of it all?
they're supposed to like
They-
organize.
they really don't
prom
do
and
anything
shit.
else.
Yeah, but really,
They're
they
supposed
do
to be like,
nothing.
"Hey, shut up! This is what I do. You just smile and wave at the camera."
Yeah, no, I'm just literally gonna be like, all right, so I'm planning all of these events because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you're gonna go out there, you're gonna present my idea like it was your own, and you're not gonna mention my goddamn name.
so he has like a imagine goes out there with like a list, like a script, and he's like, I present pocket pussies. What the fuck? And this was my idea completely.
Me just walks in out of nowhere, a 21-year-old. I'll do it. I'm for it.
You walk in like one of those fucking conspiracy theorists. Just this is a shadow government. He's a puppet dictator.
The real man is myself.
Hello. Yeah,
Oh, no.
this is the best thing though, because you know, like we like to shit
So
around.
I
we're
I
gonna be
saw
seniors.
I saw a meme
Yeah. of
where
course.
Frick.
someone was
Click.
like, "Hey, back in 2017, my school did election runs for, you know, the usual class president and stuff. And Oh, I'd have to find it. Hang on. Cover me. I need to find this because this is honestly pretty funny.
So dead. Yep.
It's a meme I saw. Hang on. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. I said cover me. Oh well.
I can't do much, buddy. Disclaimer: we're playing.
Oh, I
Deep
found
Rock.
it. So
Yeah, they're playing Deep Rock right now.
I saw a meme and it goes as follows. My 17-year-old brother's school did a mock election and one of the kids ran as the Communist Party as a joke, and the school made them stop because they were winning. And someone commented going, their mock election was so realistic the school even played the role of the CIA.
Oh, I've just had the worst idea. On the
And that did it for me when I saw that today. I was just trying so hard not to laugh in front of people.
I've just had the greatest idea. Because I'm public governmenting this whole thing. I'm gonna be help designing posters to get them elected and everything. For one of my candidates, I'm just gonna start like on every poster I put up throughout the week. I'm just gonna slowly start changing their name letter by letter to like Adolf Hitler.
Dude,
Just to
should
see
make
what
this
happens.
the new Modern Warfare 4, because that sounds way more better than what Activision's cooking up.
What does that even mean?
Dude, here's the thing. I could probably write a better story than Activision could. In my sleep, even.
It's not even that hard.
No. It really shouldn't be, but yeah, Activision is making it seem like it's the most.
All you really need is to throw FOP into there and bam.
You know what's funny? Yeah, like, at this point, Call of Duty's players are desperate for something good. So if you did just make
I
a
mean,
story,
have you seen the intense amount of brain rot Dr. Disrespect has gotten from Call of Duty? He refuses to touch Helldivers because he says the game doesn't have a BR.
that's a slightly dumb reason. But then again, I've never seen Dr. Disrespect.
He is the perfect example of what happens when Call of Duty brain rot fully just takes control. He firmly believes that as of right now, there are no good games to play.
That's depressing.
Anyway, I don't know, I just find it funny because we got Call of Duty boys over here going, there's nothing good to play. Helldivers in the corner thriving, going, I exist. I live.
It's honestly like unreal how good Helldivers 2 is. Like the community and
I
developers.
haven't played the game recently, mainly because I've been distracted by other things, and I've just been hearing that there's been some crash issues, so I've kind of like, I'm gonna wait this out then.
Alright,
But they at least fix the stuff.
I got a potential point tally for you guys right now.
All right,
How many
what you got?
points
What
are
you
we
got?
at?
We got Kyle sitting at a solid 3 points.
Nice.
We got Chris sitting at a solid 21 points.
Holy
freaking kidding me?
And we have Alec sitting at a solid 25 points.
Oh.
How am I at 3? I should be at like 5 or something.
You've said like maybe one story.
You've told
Okay, that's true.
You've told like one story this whole time. We
You know
can
what?
we can pivot to a different topic if you need a
We
readjustment.
just did Activision.
True. That doesn't
That is
count.
true.
That
It
was
worked
just a
like a-
ramble.
I know, it worked like a charm though. I wanted to stop talking about the bathroom stuff, so I just brought it up casually.
Speaking
I'll
of
keep
bathrooms,
continuously bringing that stuff up little by little, because oh boy, there's just too many of them.
It's earned
You know
you a
what?
whole 25 points. I almost said 27.
You know,
I've been doing nothing but.
I'm gonna upload the weird rape joke I made just so I
Hey,
can
hey,
cancelled and don't have to come back.
Hey, can you not get my channel struck down into oblivion, please?
Oh right, you didn't get that on recording. Let me repeat that then for
I
you.
swear to God, I will break both of your kneecaps and kill you. That out of the way.
it reminds me of this one time in school when
You waved
someone
my
tried to
virginity in front
try.
of the rape victim.
Hey, shut the fuck
Cal,
up.
get him out of here! Get him out of here! Get
Kick
him!
him,
Get
kick him,
him!
kick him,
Get
kick
him!
him.
Get him! Kick him! Kick him!
Thank you. Anyway. I gotta move you guys now because the icon's slightly bigger.
So, I forgot the story I was about to tell. Dang it.
Oh shoot. You're like 4 points behind Alec right now. It's just like
Oh wait,
25 points ahead of
someone.
Kyle.
So do you guys know what a mod box is?
A what?
Like those big vapes that are
Oh,
built so
yeah.
that you exhale copious amounts of smoke.
Yeah, it looks
Or
like
steam.
a whole fucking forest fire is contained within your mouth.
Yeah. So this was like junior year. Some kid brought one of those in because apparently he smuggled it from his dad's room. Which I'm like, okay, whatever. And the kid, so for a while now, all the kids are like bringing in jewels and were ghosting their vapes and making it so that they were able to hit it but not exhale any steam, right? This kid obviously had no idea how he was supposed to do that. So first of all, he turns on the mod box, and it makes this beeping noise every time he turns it on. Of beep or something like that. It makes a very obvious noise of hey, you've turned on the mod box. Teacher looks up and she goes, "What is that?" No one responds, and she's like, "Okay, if that was someone's phone, please put it on silent." She goes back to getting her stuff. The kid, like, do you guys know what it sounds like when someone takes a hit from a mod box like that? Like you can hear the coil inside of it just going.
Yeah.
This kid takes a hit and they share, and the teacher looks up going, "What was that?" And no and then the kid who just took that hit was sitting there, red faced, cheeks puffed up, and he's trying to look completely natural. She walks up to him and she's like, "Okay, you tell me the truth. What did you just do?" And he's sitting there going, and she turns around and he tries to take in another hit. I don't know why. He's stupid. She hears him go. He quickly puts it back in his pocket. She turns around and he's sitting there, cheeks puffed up even more. She's like, and he's like, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, and then before she turns away, he, she can't hold it in anymore, and breathes out a literal forest fire worth of smoke
Jesus.
in her face, and she's just sitting there going, and the flavor was stupid, like bubblegum or whatever, and she's like, "I'll be right back," and she walks out of the room,
Damn.
and 2 seconds later comes back in with
I'm actually a retard. I
with
didn't
the
know
resource officer.
you kicked me from the call because I didn't hear the noise. So I've just been sitting here. I was like, wow, you just went quiet all of a sudden. Can you still hear me? Still hear me?
Wow.
So she walks in with the resource officer in tow, and the kid, being stupid, took another hit from the mod box, and just so happens to exhale another forest fire with the smoke when he walks in.
This kid sounds actually stupid.
He was a freshman, and he gets
Well,
the
that
vape
explains it.
confiscated. Yeah, he gets the vape confiscated. Apparently, from what I've been told, he calls his dad. His dad comes to pick him up. Very pissed off look. And from what I've heard from his siblings, the second they got home, his dad did the literal dad thing of pulled out his belt and started hitting him with it over and over again.
That reminds
And
me of what a certain friend
When
of
the
mine
kid
did.
came back, you could clearly see like the lacerations of the times he was hit by the belt. And at first I felt sorry for him until he tried to do the same thing again a few weeks later.
Oh my god.
Here's my story.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
taking
know.
all of us down with me.
I don't know if you if I ever actually told you the story of what Phoenix did, but it was so dumb. It was pretty close to that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So him and his stupid dumbass friends, the dumbest people I have ever met, like even beyond the stupidity of this group, decide, you know what? We're gonna sneak off in the middle of weight training. We're gonna go upstairs in the gym because in weight training they're down in the weight room, so they assume they won't get caught if they go upstairs above the weight room.
Yeah.
So they sneak their way upstairs. They somehow build a fort out of the wrestling pads that are up there, like the big mats,
Mm-hmm.
and they just start fucking vaping right there inside of the mats. So when the teacher eventually is like, "Where did my 4 students go?" he starts walking around. He eventually makes his way upstairs, and he just sees a bunch of stacked wrestling mats with smoke just billowing out of some of the seams. So he's like, what the fuck's happening? What's going on? Because he's worried there's a fire, but he gets closer and he gets closer, and he just suddenly smells passion fruit and pineapple, and he's like, huh, this doesn't smell like a fire. So he peels away one of the pads and just sees one of the dumbass friends taking a fat rip straight off the vape. So, the man himself, he didn't technically get caught, right? It wasn't a, you got caught vaping, you're suspended, blah, blah, blah. No. He ratted himself out, essentially. None of his friends ratted on him, because the teacher didn't see him vaping. They weren't going to say anything about it. Only that guy who was vaping was going to get in trouble. But no, he had to go and open his mouth, and he was like, yeah, I was vaping. So not only did he get suspended for like 2 days, he got grounded so hard that it literally took his jaw being broken for him to get anything back.
Oh.
Like, he is so dumb.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, he had to go
That
get
is-
jaw surgery, but it's funnier to say his jaw was broken.
That is his fault right there.
That's what I said. I was like, because he kept telling me I
If you
wouldn't have
kept
gotten
your
in trouble
mouth
if I
shut.
didn't say anything. I was like, then why did you say anything? He's like, well, if my parents found out. Well, they wouldn't have found out if you didn't rat yourself out.
That sounds like something I would do before I had the literal snitch beaten out of me in like sophomore year.
Yeah.
Like, when I started hanging around the wrong group of kids, the ones who were into the drugs, and I started getting
Bro,
into
you're
it,
hanging out with the wrong group of kids now.
one of the first things.
Yeah, this
they
definitely
did
isn't
to
the
me-
right group, to be fair.
One of the first things they did to me was beat the literal snitch out of me the first time I did it on him, because they could have gotten away with it. Body opened my trap, and I was like, yeah, they were doing this. And one day, they cornered me outside of the school, and like I said, beat it out of me, and literally threatened my life if I were to ever say anything if I were to do anything like that again. And since then, I have not ratted on anyone who's like, hey, could you not tell anybody this piece of information? I'm like, yeah, sure, I got you. So,
I'll be right back.
man snitching on us, we gotta kill him.
I'm tasering myself again. I might have just made a mistake. I connected one of the diodes to one side of my body and the other diode to the other side of my body, so the chances that the electricity just runs straight through my heart and kills me is not 0.
Oh.
I am Magneto.
Magnigo.
Magneto.
God, I have another story. But I'm gonna wait till he's back
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I'm gonna
because, like,
switch.
we're on the topic of vapes.
Oh,
and
so do
whatnot.
I.
have-
Okay, shoot, go.
How many points did
Okay,
that short story give? I'm just kidding.
So there was this one time, okay, I was playing VR online with
He got
Like-
head from a dude.
Jackson and Wes, alright?
Mm-hmm.
And so we got
Oh,
into a
yeah.
conversation about how we were joking around about how we can do anything in VR. We could shoot people, fly spaceships, prostitutes. And then I was like, hang on, what if we piss in VR? Oh, that would be funny. So
you just piss yourself?
I conveniently had to piss in that time, alright? So what I do is I go and I set up my Guardian boundary in the bathroom. For reference, that's a little thing that like sets your VR space or where you can play your games. Anyway, so I set it up in the bathroom, right? So I'm like, alright guys, I'm gonna take a piss in VR. Check this out. Like they weren't watching, they're just on the voice call, right? So I sit down on the toilet because I was gonna do it sitting down because I was wearing the VR, right? Anyway, sit down, all right, and I start pissing, and I forgot I didn't have the I didn't have my dick in the proper placement, and I just ended up peeing in my pants on the toilet.
You know what? I was gonna say you aren't original for doing this because I did that same thing
Are
when I
you
got my
kidding
Quest
me?
1.
Are you freaking kidding me?
But
Are you
I never pissed my own pants because of it.
Are you actually okay?
But that is literally
Anyways.
one of the first things I did when I got my first detachable headset. Was I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I pissed in VR?
Well,
Can I
how many
tell the
points did
sto-
that get
actually,
me?
You get
I
5
have
points
two
for that, man.
stories.
That's hilarious.
Let's go. Now I'm at
Okay,
like
okay.
what 7?
Yep.
Okay, Alec. Alec, tell your vape story, then I'll tell mine about some dude trying to shove his up his ass. And then you can tell you your other one.
Okay, so there was one of the teachers in high school, that drama teacher that's there, that loved getting whole bunch of mugs because that's just kind of
shoot.
what she liked to get. And apparently,
Mm-hmm.
there is so many different things out there that comes with vapes. That just like you buy the product, you get a free vape with.
Oh yes, there is.
There's so many. Apparently,
Yeah,
one of
pretty
those was
much.
her mugs. So she had an entire cabinet full of vapes. And they were just,
Okay, let's get this
it was
mission
just
started, yeah.
unlocked on stuff. And you would not believe how many people got those confused with kazoos or something along those lines.
That's hilarious. Okay.
So you just hop into class sometimes and be like, I don't know what this instrument is, but you just see them like try to blow into it. Like, is kazoo's not working? How
So-
do I use this?
Okay, give me a sec. Hey, it's me. The guy who's hosting this whole thing, and also the guy from the beginning of the video. Just wanted to say, I'm an idiot. Real stupid. I, at some point in the video, muted both the microphone for me and my co-hosts. So they told a lot of funny stories, but I don't have any of them. So you don't get to hear them, unfortunately. I could go through the process of splicing other audio into the video so you'd get random context jargon, but I'm just gonna leave it here. Alec and Chris both won, as most of their stories were shared. That's Bertwert and Undefined Toaster, respectively. In the future, these episodes will be longer, because I won't be a silly goober. Also, I know my audio through this whole thing has been a little bit garbage. I'm personally working on getting that fixed. We'll see how it is in the future. If you'd like to see more of these, of course, hit the like and subscribe button. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you join us again. If you have any recommendations for what game I should give them next time, this time it was Deep Rock Survivor, whichever one it is. Just remember, I only have so much money. That being said, thank you for coming, and have a good day.